Hey guys, welcome back. And tonight we're going to talk about the Kiss solo albums from best to worst. And it shouldn't be no surprise that we're going to start out with obviously the best, and that is Ace Frehley. This right here is a solid 8 out of a 10. I mean, possibly a 10 out of a 10. Definitely the best selling and the best solo Kiss album from 1978. By far the best. Rip It Out, great opener, awesome. Anton Fig plays on this. Later on went on to play with David Letterman's band on the Tonight Show. Dude's a fucking badass drummer. He got the title World's Most Dangerous Drummer. Give him a listen. You might agree with me. Anyway, next song, Speeding Back to My Baby. Great song. Snowblind's next. Fucking awesome. Ozone, one of my personal favorite songs on this album and of my musical adventures. Brilliant. What's on Your Mind? Great. Love the intro to that. It is so good. Side 2 starts with the song, New York Groove. Truthfully, honestly, I think it's the weakest song on this entire album. I mean, yeah. It's the only song. It's the only song that makes it not be a possible 10 out of a 10. I'm in Need of Love is it's good. Wiped Out, love that song, and we end it with Fractured Mirror, beautiful piece that he continued later on in his solo adventures, 10 years down the road. But yeah, this album right here is solid. Like I said, 8 out of a 10. 8 out of a 10. This thing is good. I mean, it actually should have done better. But yeah, Ace Frehley. Next, next up we have possibly what is might be in the category of underrated albums that don't get enough love. And I'm talking about, of course, Paul Stanley's solo album, which had stellar musicians on it, including Carmine and Vinny Appice, or Appice, or however you pronounce their names. But I can't remember which one it is. I'm sure it's one of them for sure that played drums on this album, or at least a few songs, and brilliant. But anyway, you got Tonight You Belong to Me. That is one of the best opening songs on any album ever. It is brilliant and it is awesome. Move On, not that great live. I thought it was the drizzling shit. So, you know, yeah. Let's see, Ain't Quite Right. That is an underrated song. That is a just good guitar riff in that. I think it's brilliant. Wouldn't You Like to Know Me? I could have done without that one. Take Me Away, Together as One. The drums make this song for me. This song is so good, but the drums make it, takes it up to here. You dig? I mean, badass. All right. Next step is side 2. You got It's All Right. Nah. The main single from this song, Hold Me, Touch Me, Think of Me When We're Apart in parentheses. I think it's fucking corny as shit, and he knows it. Nah. 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 This never would have made it on a Kiss album. Love in Chains. Good song. Very good song. And last but not least, it's Goodbye. I love the lyrics. And the song is good. So, Paul Stanley solo album from '78, I give that a solid give it a solid 7 and yeah, 7, 7. I give it a 7. Now we went from the best and good. Now we're going to. I kind of. It's getting bad. It's getting bad, folks. Getting bad. All right. Next up, we got the demon himself, Gene Simmons. What's said that hasn't already been said about this guy? All right. You got Radioactive up first. I love the intro, the horror movie intro and all that stuff. But after that, it kind of falls apart. I never was a fan of this song. Next up is Burning Up with Fever. Next up is See You Tonight. Now, any other time, I would honestly say it's okay, it's not the best. But ever since I heard the unplugged version, I go back to this one and I have a new appreciation for it. So, decent song. Tunnel of Love. No. No. Just no. And after that, it's True Confessions. Once again, no. Just no. Side 2, Living in Sin. Man, you would think an album from a Kiss member would be a little bit better than this, but so far, I swear to God, with the exception of See You Tonight, this thing is some fucking drizzling shit garbage. Alright, Always Near You, Nowhere to Hide. Now we're kind of improving a little bit. You know, this song ain't too bad. I love the orchestra in it, so it's not too bad. Man of a Thousand Faces. Eh. Mr. Make Believe. The little guitar intro at the very beginning is quite catchy. See You in Your Dreams. I'm sorry, that was just pointless. It was already on another album. Why give us a different version or a demo, whatever the fuck it was? And Man of a Thousand Faces, I think is one that has the orchestra in it. I can't remember because I've never really. I don't listen to this album too much because for obvious reasons it sucks. But then now after that, of course, the last song is When You Wish Upon a Star, and got the history behind it, and I think it's a very good ending. You know, I mean, it got me in the feels. So yeah, Gene Simmons solo album, I give that a solid 4. Now we come to the worst of the worst, the shittiest of the shit, the drizzle that makes the shit pop, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, here it is. We come to Peter Criss. And don't worry, I've heard more of his solo albums. They all kind of suck. But alright, here we go. Song 1, I'm Gonna Love You. No. Song 2, and the single from this album, You Matter to Me. Averagely okay. I mean, it's catchy. I mean, some people liked it. Okay. Tossing and Turning. Holy fuck. That shit is terrible. Don't You Let Me Down is after that. Is this a goddamn lounge act or something? This is... I mean, Kiss should have fired him after this. Because... this is bad. This is real bad. I mean, I could see it now. Peter Chris coming in with his influences and stuff and being like, man, this shit rocks, yeah. And then the rest of them were looking at him like, no, it don't. All right. Then the last song on side one, that's the kind of sugar that Papa likes. The title's creepy enough, and well, it fucking sucks. All right, side two is Easy Thing. I'm surprised people hadn't already took this off their turntable and just chucked it like a frisbee, used it as a clay pigeon or something, you know, because this is some terrible shit. Next is Rock Me Baby. I need a shovel to bury this because this sucks. Kiss the Girl Goodbyes after that. Once again, disappointment. Then you got Hooked on Rock and Roll. If somebody was listening to this and they said they're going to be hooked on rock and roll, no, they wouldn't be hooked on rock and roll. They wouldn't. They would abandon rock and roll and go find some other purpose in life. And finally, I Can't Stop the Rain. Alright. This pile of garbage right here definitely gets a 0 out of a 10, a minus negative 0 at that. There ain't a good song on it at all. It sucks. And I remember growing up getting this on cassette, being excited to listen to it, because I was like, oh, the Kiss solo albums, yay! Because I already listened to Ace Frehley's Badass Awesome. I'd already listened to Paul Stanley's and Gene Simmons. Peter Criss was the last one for me to listen to. And I popped that bitch in. The disappointment when I heard that made me think that Gene Simmons' record was a crowning achievement, which of course we all know it's not. But yeah, there it is. My reviews of the Kiss solo albums. What can I say? Alright. This is my longest video, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, like, subscribe, comment, share, get this thing going. I'm trying my best to do longer videos. But yeah, love y'all. Y'all have a good one.